got that rock and roll feeling. Let our host send your spirits reeling. Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show.
Ouch. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you on this Sunday evening, March 15th, 2026 Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to welcome you to the Sunday edition as we will continue where we left off last night. We're going to start off with 1958. Want to welcome you to the program here. And we opened up with a request for listener Amy King in our YouTube chat room. That is a cover tune right there that some of you may recognize. I think Oldies fan mentioned it in the chat room there. But this version done by musician, singer, multi-instrumentalist, orchestra leader, and A&R man for Randy Wood's Dot record label, Richard Smith Vaughn. He was born in Glasgow, Kentucky. Okay. And of course, he recorded as Billy Vaughn. This is Billy Vaughn and his orchestra. Now, he was a member, by the way, of the Hilltoppers. Okay, recorded for Dot Records back in 1952. But anyway, this was his 18th release for the Dot record label. A song originally done by Bill Justice on the Phillips International label. That was the original version. That was the 45 that my aunt had in her collection. But this is covered as done by Billy Vaughn. Raunchy is the name of the tune from October 1957. And that one there on Dot Records. So there you go. So we're going to start off from 1958. I added what were called extras through the show. And so if you didn't hear your request yesterday, you're going to hear it today of the ones that I found. So anyway, but if you do have a request for a future Vinyl Treasure show, you can email JohnnyG at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the best way. And again, this is we'll call it late 50s, early 60s edition. I think we're closing from 19 well, actually, it's an instrumental closer for Chris Perry. That is our closer tonight. But I think it's 64 that we're closing with tonight. But anyway, let's open up the vocal portion here. I think this is one of George Golner's kind of one-off labels. The label's called Bernice Records. It's actually somehow connected to West Coast a record mogul George Mottola and his wife Ricky Paige. And it's by Billy the Kid and the Supremes. Okay, and this is Mottola's wife's publishing company. It's called Rick Page Music. So something went on there somewhere between the two guys from the East Coast and the West Coast. Well, I call Mottola the West Coast George Golner. But anyway, October 1958, we open up with Billy the Kid and the Supremes. The song is called You Are Mine. Here we go, the opener, Billy the Kid.
Don't a little dab dab, 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 don't a little dab dab. My little pretty cutie, you are mine. My little tutti frutti, you are mine. My little honey bunny, you are mine. I'm so crazy about you, I just can't. I couldn't do without you, feel so fine. You are mine. You are mine.
There we go, folks. We open up the vocal portion there from October 1958 on the Bernice record label, the sound of Billy the Kid and the Supremes, a song entitled You Are Mine. Well, You Are Mine here on the YouTube channel here till midnight tonight as we continue here. And we are in the 1958 block. Let's fill a request for L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat. Now, this record, my aunt bought this record when it came out around sometime, I guess, in the summertime of 1958. And the sad thing about it is one of her, well, I'm going to say she's got many boyfriends, but a boyfriend, like a friend, that's a guy, I think he was going into the service. Now, why would you give him 13 of your 45s? Don't ask me why, but she only remembers 2 or 3 that she told me that she gave away. One was Sleepwalk by Santo and Johnny, and the other was this record. And she never got it again until I got it many, many years ago. But this is the B-side to a big national hit for this group from Brooklyn, New York. Okay, their biggest hit was a song called Tears on My Pillow, came out on, well, at least, yes. Well, let's see. We'll talk about on the End label, okay? Because I think they had some pretty big hits on DCP International. But Tears on My Pillow was a pretty big hit thanks to Dick Clark promoting that record, that song on his American Bandstand. But they would also play the B-side on the radio, at least here in the New York area that the record was heard on the radio. And some people like the B-side better than the A-side. I think L.A. Arch does too. But anyway, this is Little Anthony and the Imperials, but actually first came out as Imperials. Okay, so that is the true first press. Later on, I'll show you the Little Anthony one. That is styrene too, by the way. But I think the early presses are vinyl. I don't think I've ever seen an Imperials that are styrene. But anyway, let's give it a spin here. It features Anthony Guardine on lead. These are the Imperials on this copy from July 58 on N Records. It's called Two People in the World. This is going out to L.A. Arch. Here are the Imperials.
Just two kinds of people in the world. Why can't we fall in love? Just two kinds of people in the world. They are a boy and girl.
Boy meets girl and love begins. Oh, what a feeling you get from within. For I should know, 'cause I'm in love. I'm the boy who told the girl of the stars up above.
Just two kinds of people in the world. Why can't we fall in love? Just two kinds of people in the world. They are a boy and girl. Boy meets girl and love began. Oh, what a feeling you get from within.
For I should know, 'cause I'm in love. I'm the boy who told the girl of the stars up above.
Just two kinds of people in the world. Why can't we fall in love? Just two kinds of people in the world. Why can't we fall?
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Why did I forget to do that? I forgot to press the... What am I am dyslexic tonight. Anyway, there you go. That one there going out to a listener, L.A. Arch, in our YouTube chat room. July 1958 released their first release on George Goldner's End record label, Two People in the World, Little Anthony and the Imperials, although that's the true first press, says Imperials. And the flip side of Tears on My Pillow as we continue here. And let's fill a request for Liam Savoy in Australia. Well, I don't think he's in Australia anymore. I think he's in the UK. No, is he in the UK? I don't know where he is. Seems to be traveling around a lot. As we go to Hiram Johnson's Johnson record label, and the only release for this group from Brooklyn, New York, that three of the members are known, Irvin Cox, Alvin Grant, and Alvin Hassel. And the group was called the Cordovans. And for you collectors out there, the true first press of this, I don't have the true first press. The true first press has like a like a kind of like a wavy line instead of the straight lines that you saw on my copy, because the record originally released in February of 58 would be repressed, okay, which I think this one is a repress in 1960, okay, when it was being played, I think, and sold in Times Square Records. That's what I think. But anyway, this from February 1956. I think this group also recorded as the Chryslers as they backed up little Nate Bouknight on Johnson Records. But from February 1958, originally going out to Liam, the Cordovans on Johnson. It's called Come On, Baby. Here you go, Liam, for you, the Cordovans.
Boom, ba boom, boom, ba boom, boom. Shoot, shoot, ba ba boom, boom. Shoot, shoot, ba ba boom, boom. Shoot, shoot, ba 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 ba.
Come on, baby, I love you so. Come on, baby, won't let you go. Come on, baby, I love you so. Come on, baby, I give your love from the northern China block. Come on, baby, I love you so. I really, really love you.
Are you really mine?
I really, really need you.
Till the end of time.
I really, really want you.
Are you are so fine? Ba 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 ba.
Come on, baby, I love you so. Come on, baby, won't let you go. Come on, baby, I love you so. I really, really love you.
Really mine?
I really, really need you.
Till the end of time.
I really, really want you.
Are you are so fine? Ba 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 ba.
Come on, baby, I love you so. Come on, baby, won't let you go. Come on, baby, I love you so.
Ba 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 ba.
Kitty Leeds here. Kitty Leeds here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Those are the Cordovans from originally February 1958. I think my press is from 1960 is what I say, because I got the straight lines on that. It's on Hiram Johnson's Johnson record label. Come On Baby is the name of the tune. The flip side's a great ballad too. I think it's called, what is it called? Oh, geez, there's a 78 on Sunset. That's, I think, My Heart. Okay. Was put, Charlie LaRocco put out that, I wonder if he sold that 78. He had $1,500 on that 78. But anyway, let us continue here. We are in the 1958 block, and we're going to fill a request now for listener Mike Sape in Connecticut. Mike, how was the Allentown, PA show? Somebody posted a picture, brought back memories for your host, Johnny G, but I didn't really see a lot of buyers. Usually when I would go to that show, it would be like, you'd be like all crunched up. Like you'd be crunched up together looking at somebody's box. Did I ever tell you the time that the Count, I'm looking at a box of records and the Count put his hand in the back of the box I was in? So I said to him, I said, what are you doing? And he said, well, I'm looking in the box of records. I'm in this box. He goes, but you're going to take all the good ones. I said, well, wait a minute. It's my box. Get another box. There's a box over there. Go look at that box. No, I want to look at the box you're looking at because you know what good. I was like, Count, you make no sense. Get away from me. I thought that was kind of rude of him to do that. I don't let anybody put their hand in my box. Now, you want to watch me flip through the records? That's okay. But I thought that was, and he was like that. He just didn't think right. But anyway, so Mike, I hope you had a good day, at least as a seller there. And I just didn't see a lot of buyers. I don't know. You'll have to fill me in. But this is a request for listener Mike Sape. He wants to send it out to Tony Barcia, Joe Shacatano, Frank Gingaro, and Karen Efron. Okay, and this, let me see. This is on Leona Roop's Ebb record label, and these are the Hollywood Flames. This is their 7th of 9 on the Ebb record label, and this side features Earl Nelson on lead, and it's a song he wrote, and together with David Ford from October 1958, the Hollywood Flames on Ebb. By request for Mike Sape, going out to Tony, Joe, Frank, and Karen. It's called A Star Fell. Here you go, folks, the Hollywood Flames. I'm getting caught here, folks. Hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, gee whiz, as Carla Thomas would say. Okay, got that right. Sorry about that, folks. But anyway, there you go. Those are the Hollywood Flames. The Hollywood Flames from October 1958. Their 7th of 9 releases for Ebb Records out of Los Angeles, California. A Star Fell. Earl Nelson on lead for that one. And that one there by request for listener Mike Sape, sending it out to Tony Barcia, Karen Efron, Joe Shacatano, and Frank Gingaro as we continue here. And let's go to Brooklyn, New York now with a request for listener Comic Detective in our YouTube chat room. And this is this group's debut single. And this is on Andy Leonetti's Safari record label. Now, the typesetters of when they typeset this record, they messed up. They forgot an S. Okay, they forgot an S on this. So the group, it says The Chessmen. It really should be the Chessmen. They didn't forget an S. They forgot an A. They have an A instead of an E. They have the Chessman instead of the Chessmen. But they are the Chessmen, and this is their debut single on Safari Records. And this is they also recorded for Mirasonic, which is another great record they do. This is the up-tempo side. They would later record as the Prelude 5 on the Pick record label. But this one from 1958, by request for Comic Detective, the Chessmen on Safari. And the song is called Why. Here you go, Comic Detective, for you. Okay, there you go. That one there going out to listener Comic Detective. That's the sound of the Chessmen. I like that record. The Flip Side is a great ballad. That is not an easy record to find, I'll tell you, folks. So I found my first copy of that it was in an Ossining thrift shop. Had a little bit of a warp in it. It played okay, but it was not in good shape. It was a nickel. So I couldn't find a copy of that for nothing. Okay, so then, I used to be a big buyer on eBay. It was funny. They sent me a survey, and I told them, I said, look, I don't buy from you anymore because of the sales tax you charge me. When I move to a state that doesn't collect sales tax, then I'll start buying, $10,000 worth of records every couple of months. I won't bid on big records on eBay anymore unless I get them reasonably priced, and then I tack on that 8.75%. Then I may indulge, is what I'll do. That's the only way I'll buy on eBay, or I won't buy at all. Not on eBay. I told them, I said, look, I'll contact the sellers and I'll buy from them directly. Okay, I don't need to go through. Well, thank you for introducing me to the sellers, because some are really nice. but I'm not going to pay that 8.75%. I never did. It's unfair. Some states have it and some states do. And that's just the way I feel about it. I never paid sales tax for all those years. They would include that in their price, and I don't want to put on top of everything else. But anyway, why am I talking about that? Well, because the reason why I said that was I was scouring eBay, and people started to go with buy it nows. So that record was up there for $250, buy it now, which was a deal on that record, because I think Spence sold my other copy for more than that. But anyway, that one there from 1958 for Comic Detective in our YouTube chat room, the Chessmen, although it says Chessman, on Safari Records. Why is the name of the tune. Johnny G here on a special night, Sunday night, your doo-wop night here. Sit back till about 12 o'clock or so. We'll finish about 3 hours there. I like a lot of people have emailed me that they like this better, this setup better, and it actually works well because some people watch the Saturday show, and there's a lot of earlier songs on that show. This'll include some of you other guys and gals that send me later requests, which I think is pretty good. So you don't have to wait till 2 o'clock to hear your request. So it gives me a little bit more time. I can add a few things here and there, and you get to hear some other things you might not have heard before. I'm hoping there'll be some stuff here you haven't heard before. You can put it down on your want list. But let us continue in the 1958 block and fill a request for listener Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat. I was looking for this record for a while. I found it in the box. I was looking for a 60s record, and this record showed up. As this singer is out of Malibu, California, and had this one release on Faber Robinson's radio label, which was out of Malibu, California. And his name is Jeep, Jeep, Jeep Smith. Now, the interesting thing about this record is two things. The publishing of this is Ebb Publishing. So, something to do with Lenora Roop, I guess. I don't know. And also, the writer credit on this is Nathaniel Nathan, who was a disc jockey known as the Magnificent Montague. So that's an interesting fact about this record. I bought this from Doug Hanners on one of his hundreds of set sale lists that he used to send me. I used to get it in advance and used to buy like $7,000 worth of records from his list. He only gave me a week to look at it. But anyway, it's from May of 1958. It's going out to Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. Here is Jeep Smith on Radio Records. The song is called Fiddlers Rock. Here you go, Gary, for you.
You move to the right, shake a leg and dance all night. Strictly dance, we'll have no talk. Now it's time to do the walk. My girl does the stroll too. Talk to her right, she'll do it with you. Howdy, 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 ho! Everybody rock and roll. Now bop a while and have a good time. You bop yours and I'll rock mine. Bandstands jumping in all 48. Breakfast is a Grandma, grandpa, and mama too. Now think about her, how about you? Howdy, 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 ho! Everybody rock and roll. Well, you move to the left and you move to the right. Shake a leg and dance all night. Strictly dance, we'll have no talk. Now it's time to do the walk. My girl does the stroll too. Talk to her right, she'll do it with you. Howdy, 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 ho! Everybody rock and roll.
There you go. That one there going out to Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat. When's the last time you heard a fiddle in a rock and roll record? I'm just telling you. When was the last time you did that? Interesting thing. There's lots of like a country and boppers on this label. There is somebody's got to help me out because my mind is there's a great group record on this label. I know Frank Chingaro knows what I'm talking about on the radio label, or Tony Barcia, you do too, you know. But anyway, I just can't remember it. I couldn't remember anything today for some reason. But that is Jeep Smith. I wonder who was playing the fiddle on that thing. A song called "Fiddler's Rock" on the radio label from May of 1958. That's on that label out of Malibu, California, for Gary McClendon. Anyway, let us continue here for a Sunday evening. If I said Saturday, that is not good. It's a Sunday evening. And let's fill a request for listener Charles Liebman. This is the debut single for this group from Queens, New York. Now, the original group included John Apostle, Michael Mincelli, Vinny Narcardo, Frank Rihanna, and lead singer Nick Santamaria. Now, collectively, they were known as the Capris. Now, this record issued originally in 1958 on the Planet record label, and it's like there were two different presses of this record. I have what's considered the thinner press. I found two copies at one time in New Rochelle, New York. I actually had some great records in that box, but I ended up selling one. Spence, I think he got me $6.50, I think, for the other copy I had. But anyway, it got little airplay originally in 1958, but I think Tony O did the whole story on this 45 Cat. Now, Al Trommers, who back in the day was one of the top collectors of vocal group harmony, he was presented a copy of the Planet 45 and went to Planet Records to purchase the leftover stock and sold them to Slim Rose of Times Square Records. Now, once the 45s all sold out, Times Square needed more copies of the record, okay, because people were still asking for it. And Planet Records didn't want to be bothered with it anymore. They said, well, we can't press them up anymore. That's it. We have no more. But they did agree to sell the master to Jerry Green and Jared Weinstein for $200, okay, and formed the Lost Night label in 1960 and issued it in November of 1960 with original publishing as Rob Ann, and that's what you'll see on the Planet label. Then when the record started selling lots and lots of sales on the record, then it was leased to High Weiss of Old Town, and he decided to purchase the publishing and switch it to Maureen Records, and it, of course, became a big hit in the fall of 1960 on the Old Town label. I think I got that right, Don and Bill, right? I hope I did. But anyway, from 1958, going out to Charles Liebman, and was asking me about Moon Records. Well, this is a Moon record. The Capris on Planet, Nick Santamaria on lead. The song is called There's a Moon Out Tonight. Here you go, Charles, for you.
There's a moon out tonight. Let's go strolling. There's a girl in my heart, whose heart I've stolen. There's a moon out tonight. Let's go strolling through the park. There's a glow in my heart I never felt before. There's a girl at my side that I adore. There's a glow in my heart I never felt before.
go. That's the sound of the Capris here on the Vinyltreasure show. That one there by request for listener, I lost my place here. Charles Liebman from 1958 featured it on the Planet record label, the Capris. There's a Moon Out Tonight. Nick Santamaria is the lead singer on that one. And then, of course, they went on. Once it was on Old Town, the group got back together and they recorded a whole bunch of cool tunes. Even, I remember Morse Code of Love was played by CBS FM. That was a big record that even the Manhattan Transfer, I think, also did that tune. Anyway, Johnny G here on a Sunday. Thank you for being here. Picked up like 30 subscribers today. So I don't know what happened with the streams. Listen, we're close to 4,000 subscribers. We got to get up to 4,000 subscribers. And I don't know if anybody watched me last night or whatever, kind of promoted the show somehow. So if you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. You know, they blocked the show yesterday. Okay, I was kind of surprised. I played a record for Timbo C, okay, toward the end by Screamin' Jay Hawkins, if you remember that song on Apollo. Well, evidently that record was blocked worldwide, so the video was not available. I saw it right away, so I had to unfortunately mute that. I gave the explanation to Paul Greco. They said everything was fine except the muted record. Well, I had to take that record off in order for you to listen to all the other records that were on that show, or you wouldn't have found that video on my archive. So when you don't see a video, when you come back to look, those of you that may come back and check and look and you don't see it, that's because YouTube blocked it. And I have to remove the songs. They normally allow me to do that, but it erases all the chat. So all your chatter from last night is gone. So anyway, that's why don't put requests in the chat room, because if I have to go back and check and it gets erased, I'll never see it. But let us continue now. And we are in the 1958 block. Let's fill a request for John Cummins. This is actually a flip side from last week. I featured the Haven Nights, previously known as the Four Haven Nights, with Why Go On Pretending. That was a request for Nat Papagallo in Naples, Florida. Now, John Cummins requested the flip side of the 45. Again, it features Leroy Gomez on lead. This is on Thomas Robinson's Atlas Records out of New York City, July 1958. I changed the needle to 78 because it's a rough vinyl. It's grainy vinyl, and it recycled vinyl. It plays better. Here are the Haven Nights going out to John Cummins on Atlas. It's called Just to Be in Love. Here you go, John, for you, the Haven Nights.
Take my heart and say we'll never, never part.
As July 1958 release there for the Haven Knights, a.k.a. the Four Haven Knights, but they weren't four anymore. I think they were five at least. And that one there on Thomas Robinson's Atlas record label, Just to Be in Love is the name of the tune. That's Leroy Gomez on lead. That's going out to listener John Cummins. Let's continue. And we move into 1959 now. And fill a request for listener Joe Shacatano. We go back to Brooklyn, New York. And this is a B-side for a group called The Selections. Okay, the interesting thing about this record is where I purchased it. So when I used to go to the flea market, you know that, and this was at Yonkers Raceway. So Mary, my Aunt Mary would come with me. I think she collected like elephant knickknacks. They were like these small little elephants, and she would buy them, and she just liked them, so she would come with me. And then one time she's walking by, and there's a lady sitting down, and there's a little table there. She was a palm reader, and I don't know why she always gravitated toward that, but anyway, she went there, and I'm like, Mary, this isn't... How can you read somebody's palm and tell them what their life is going to be or whatever? But she was always into all those things with the horoscopes and everything else. So anyway, she was going to see, or she asked me to take her, I think, to Yonkers. And I said, Mary, you want to go see this lady in Yonkers? So I said, all right. So I drove her there. And so we go up in this lady's home, and she's got all these things for sale. So I don't know if she was moving or whatever. It was in an apartment house. So she had I just said, do you have any records? So she says, well, I'm selling my daughter's records. I say, you are? I says, well, where are they? And so she says, well, they're here in this box. So she takes out this, like the double 45 box. It was not one of those heavy duty ones, but I said, all right, let me look through it. So anyway, this record's in it. This record is in there. And then there's other things. I'm like, can I ask you, how did your daughter get all these records? Well, she said, well, my husband, he was involved in the music business somehow. Thank you, Senate, for that. Very nice of you to do that. So he was in the music business, and he would bring records home. So there's like, I'm saying, what is this record doing in there? And then there was like the Ronettes, Walking in the Rain. And then there was a Fabian record. I think there was one other group record, but it was all in nice shape. So I said, well, this is really cool. And so, listen, as far as going to see the fortune teller for me, it was good. So I ended up getting this record out of the deal. And they were like 5 cents a piece. So I took them all. I said, look, let me give you like $10 for the whole thing. But anyway, it's a request for listener Joe Shacatano. These are the Selections. Okay, it features Al Reno on lead. This is actually the B-side. And this is a song that was first done by the Picture of Love, the Continentals. Charlene doesn't have it as a cover song. It was first done by the Continentals. This one, though, released in September of 59, and I have the first press on Antone Records. You can get the second press on Mona Lee. The Selections for Joe Shacatano, their rendition of the tune Soft and Sweet. Here you go, Joe, for you, the Selections.
Soft and sweet.
Oh, no. Yep, yep, yep.
That's the way I want her to be. As soft as a baby. That's the girl for me. The girl for me. I love her so.
That's going out to a listener, Joe Shacatano, the sound of the Selections. Al Reno, he's the lead singer on that, accompanied by the Electras. I guess they're providing the instrumentation. September 1959, the Selections with Soft and Sweet. The flip side is a cool up-tempo, a song called Guardian Angel, which is a cool tune. Let me just check something, because I said that was the it was kind of based off of the Continentals record. Let me just see the writer credits here. Yeah, you see, because I think they were inspired by that Continental Soft and Sweet. I don't think it's the exact same lyrics. And that often happened in the 1950s. They would maybe practice with those records and maybe change it up. So easy to change the lyrics to a tune. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show for a Sunday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you do have a request for a future Vinyl Treasure show, you can email JohnnyG at vinyltreasures@AOL.com. Let's just think of it that everything prior to 1958 will be on the Saturday night show, and then the Sunday night will feature 1958 and later. That's probably an easy way to do it, and I know certain people dig certain eras better than the other, but I like to show the progression. I just can't be on for 6 hours or 5 hours. It's just too long for me. Plus, it's actually a nice break, and I think from the response I've been receiving that it kind of gives a lot of the people something to look forward to on a Sunday evening if you're not doing anything. I know the Oscar. I don't watch movies anymore, so who wants to watch the Oscars? Now everything is going to be artificial going forward anyway. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And did I print that page out? Hold on a second, folks. What did I do here? Yes, I did. This is a flip side request as we are in the 1959 block. And last week, I featured this singer from Fort Worth, Texas, his first of 5 on the Jamie label out of Philadelphia. Al name was Ray Sharp, played his, I guess we'll call it his big hit called Linda Lou. And Al Mueller, and Al also requested the B-side of the 45, also written by Mr. Ray Sharp, and it's cool. This record's cool. I like this side. It's a cool rocker from June of 1959. Here's Ray Sharp on Jamie, and the song is called Monkey's Uncle, going out to Al Mueller. Here you go, Al, for you.
In a coconut tree, but everybody was jumping, things were really getting hot. I grabbed my baby gorilla and we were dancing like a spinning top. I'll be a monkey's uncle, the music it never stopped. Oh, let's go, Cheetah. In a coconut tree, but everybody was jumping, things were really getting hot. I grabbed my baby gorilla and we were dancing like a spinning top. I'll be a monkey's uncle, the music didn't
There you go. Don't tear up your rug with that tune there. That's a cool dancing tune, I'd say. June 1959. The first of 7 for Ray Sharp. That's the B-side to Linda Lou, song entitled Monkey's Uncle on the Jamie record label. That's for Al Mueller. Now, Brian Korn tells me in the chat room that they would replace that side with another song. What was the other song? Is that the better song? I would say. I think that's a pretty cool rocker, don't you? Anyway, let us continue here. We are in the 1959 block. We fill a request now for listener James Stone in our YouTube chat. Now, this singer, I guess we'll say he was best known probably as one of the great lead singers of the Robins, but also of other groups also during his career. And he embarked on a solo career with releases on, let me see, on different labels, Money and Zephyr, did 2 on Mercury, and then he had 2 on Imperial Records, Lou Chudd's Imperial record label, and this is his second of 2 from July of 1959. Let's give a listen to Grady Chapman. Grady Chapman on the Imperial label, going out to James Stone in our YouTube chat room. It's called Come Away. Grady Chapman. Here you go, James, for you.
Take me by the hand, come away to some enchanting land, a land where love can live forever, a land
Grady Chapman there. Yes, Grady Chapman of the Robins. That one there, a solo effort. His second of 2 on Lou Chudd's Imperial Records. Come Away is the name of the tune. That one there going out to James Stone in our YouTube chat, released in July of 1959. He also has 2 other releases on the Mercury label. I do have them in the collection. Johnny G here on a Sunday as we continue here. Now, I added a few extras to the mix tonight. This is one of the extras that I added. And this group called the Capris, no, not the Capris that we heard from There's a Moon Out Tonight fame. These Capris are really the Hollywood Saxons, okay? And this 45 produced by George Mottola, and a typical Mottola production, because what he did was he pre-recorded the instrumental tracks and then he would have the group sing to the music is what he would do, and he did that quite often on a lot of his records. Now, the lead singer on this is Stan Beverly, and he is the lead singer, and you're going to hear, which I like on records, I think Mike Sapir, another one that likes those floating tenors. A floating tenor, which was really patterned after Jesse Belvin's effort on You Cheated when he was singing with the Shields, that floating tenor in the background. But the tenor on this one, his name is Charles Taggart, and he was really the bass of the group, but he's doing the floating tenor in the background. I like this record a lot, from January 1959. Here are the Capris, a.k.a. the Hollywood Saxons, on the Tender label, and the song is called Endless Love. Here you go, a bonus pick by Johnny G. Here you go. Yeah, that is that's a bonus track that Johnny G picked out to feature here on the program. Those are the Capris, a.k.a. the Hollywood Saxons, from January 1959 on the Tender record label out of California. Endless Love is the name of the tune. That's a cool record. I always like that record. I do. I have multiple copies of that record. I do, because I like it so much. Let us continue. We are in the 1959 block. Let's fill a request now for listener Timothy in our YouTube chat room, and he wants to dedicate this song to our Money Honey friends of the Vinyltreasure show, as we go to Jerry Capart's Freedom Records, which is out of Hollywood, California, and this artist, being backed up by a group called the Alpacas. Now, the Alpacas, they have a release on the MMI label in 1958. Now, this singer goes by the name of Willie Walker. This is Willie Walker and the Alpacas on Freedom Records. I wonder if Eddie Cochran is playing on this, because he did a lot of session work for Jerry Parr, January 1959, maybe on the flip side of this that I normally play. But this is Willie Walker and the Alpacas going out to Timothy in our YouTube chat room. It's called Money Mad Men. Here you go, Timothy, for you.
I squeeze my nickel till the buffalo holler, and I turn them nickels into long green dollars. I'll never be happy till the day I got a yellow Rolls Royce and a mile-long yacht. I'm a money man, I'm a money man, all the moolah, oh yeah, mad about the moolah. I'm a money man. I once had a date with a pretty little chick. I spent $5 and it made me sick. But if I meet a rich lady with the stocks and bonds, I'll have the whole world in my hands. I'm a money man. I'm a money man. Moolah, oh yeah, mad about the moolah. I'm a money man. I'm gonna own a castle, I'm gonna live like a king, 'cause I won't spend a penny on a doggone thing. I'm a happy little miser and I get my thrills sleeping on a mattress full of $20 bills. I'm a money man. I'm a money man. The moolah, oh yeah, mad about the moolah. I'm a money man. Money man, money man.
There you go. That one there going out to Timothy in our YouTube chat room. Wants to send it out to all our money honey friends of the Vinyltreasure show. You need money to buy these 45s, that is for sure. But if you're a collector, that is. But that one there, Willie Walker and the Alpacas. And that one there on Freedom Records, that's Jerry Parr's Freedom Records out of Hollywood, California, January 59. Money Mad Men is the name of the tune. Let us continue. One more from the year 1959. This is a bonus track that JohnnyG added to the program as we go to Chicago. And the first time I heard this song was on a show. I used to get cassette tapes from Mike Demersion, one of the dealers I used to buy records from. So he said, Johnny, this DJ, he's the DJ on Uncle Henry's Basement. I know some of you maybe out there remember, is he still out there, Christy Masios? I'll have to ask Karen Efron. But Christy Masios, who, by the way, sold JohnnyG through Mike the first very expensive 45 I ever bought, which was the Ebb Tides on Teen that he paid a nickel for at one of the flea markets he went to, and ended up in my collection. But he was the DJ on Uncle Henry's Basement. So Mike would give me these cassette tapes, okay, and I heard this song on there. I said, well, this is a cool record, and I couldn't find it. I think I found it on Dore Records. It was Ted Artkowski that sold me that used copy of it, but then I was able to get a nice copy of the record, the original, okay? This tune written by the lead singer of the group, his name is Joe Brackenbridge. Okay, and this is a dance. Okay, so I want everybody to get up and dance. We're going to do this dance. Okay, from December of 1959. Here are the Vaughn Gales, VON space GAYELS, the Vaughn Gales on the USA label out of Chicago. And the song is called, one word, it's called Twirl. Here we go. Let's dance, folks. Yeah, that is, that's a bonus track. A bonus track Johnny G added to the mix tonight, December 1959. The group is called the Vaughn Gales. The Vaughn Gales on the USA record label out of Chicago. And the tune co-written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Joe Brackenridge. And the song is called Twirl. And this one also, I think it's a shorter version on Lou Bedell's Dore record label. I wonder what prompted them to release this record again in 1959 on Dore Records. I don't know. Have to check that out. Johnny G here on a Sunday, our Sunday get-together here. Thank you all for being here. If you like what you're hearing, please give Johnny G a thumbs up. Tell your friends about this program. It's cool sounds as by the Vinyltreasure Show listeners requesting. Again, if you have a request, you can email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. You can send me some requests at one time. Makes it easier for me to look for the records. I have about 200,000 45s. It's difficult. About a lot of the ones in the basement I had to separate out, like the 80s and, well, it's the later 70s and the 80s I separated out, so I got a whole bunch of 60s stuff that I'm still going through, and I'm starting to put them in label order. Even some of the 50s pop that's down there that has still some R&B mixed in that I got to pull out. But anyway, we continue here, and let's move into 1960 now. I added this to the mix also. And I know many of you know this group out of Newark, New Jersey. First recording for Fury Records back in 1957. The lead singer at the time was Pearl McKinnon, and they were known as the Kodaks, a.k.a. the Kodaks. I think they were kind of sued when they were, I think they were sued, and they had to change or I don't know which way it went, if they were first the Kodaks and then the Kodaks, but there was something involved there with some litigation, I think. But in 1950 or late 58, the group kind of broke up. I think Pearl McKinnon left. She got married, had a couple children and whatnot. Of course, she would return later on to the music industry. But a couple of the group members, Harold Jenkins and William Miller, the original members of the group, reformed a new a new group. Hold on a second. Called themselves the KDAX, not the Kodaks, the KDAX. Okay, and they added William Miller's wife. Her name was Jean Miller, and she became the lead singer of the group, at least on this song. And let's see, Ronaldo Gamble. And Ronaldo Gamble was previously a member of the Schoolboys of Please Say You Want Me fame. So what happens is they had a one session with Zell Sanders' J&S record label, and the result was this song here from July of 1960. Here are the KDAX, K-A-D-A-K apostrophe S. The KDAX, it features Gene Miller on lead on J&S Records out of the Bronx. The song is called Look Up to the Sky, another bonus track from Johnny G. Here you go.
Look into the sky. Hold your hands, fall down on your knees, and thank Him for the raindrops, and thank Him for the trees, and thank Him for you and for me. Look away up high. Fold your hands, fall down on your knees, and thank Him for the meadows, and thank Him for the rose, and thank Him for you and for me. Thank Him for love. Thank Him for the stars above. Faith, truth, happiness. Without Him, these things you'd never get on. Look into the sky. Fold your hands, fall down on your knees, and thank Him for the raindrops, and thank Him for the trees, thank Him for you and for me.
Yeah, July 1960 release there for the KDAX. Okay, the KDAX there on the Zell Sanders J&S Records out of the Bronx, New York. Look Up to the Sky is the name of the tune. That features Jean Miller on lead. That is the wife of William Miller, an original member of the Kodaks. Okay, Look Up to the Sky. For you collectors out there, that is the true first press with the straight lines. That one there also comes with like wavy lines also. They're both originals, but it's not that. Sometimes that one's a little more difficult to find, the straight line label style there. Johnny G on a Sunday. Thank you all for being here. I hope you would consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Like I said, I think once we get to 4,000 subscribers, they'll give me a little bit more leeway, I think, before the AI starts attacking what I play. But let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for Nat Papagallo in Naples, Florida. I know you have this record in your jukebox, Nat, okay, and wants to dedicate this tune to all the Vinyltreasure show listeners. We go to Bobby Robinson's Fury record label for this. This is actually a B-side of a 45. This group out of New York City, they're first of three on Fury Records. The lead singer, his name is Jackie Rue. Okay, Jackie LaRue began recording with the Five Wings on the King record label, and he was known as the crying singer. Okay, but he's not going to cry in this one here. And it's their first of three, July 1960. These are the Starlights. The Starlights on Fury. We heard Look Up to the Sky. How about Way Up in the Sky? This one here going out to listener Nat Papagallo. Here you go, the Starlights.
Boom, boom, boom.
Way up in the sky. Whoa, way up in the sky. 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 Bum, 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 bum. Wow, baby, yeah. Don't you know I really love you so? Don't you know I never let you go? Way up in the sky. Bum, 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 bum. Whoa, darling, yeah. Don't you know I really need your kiss? Itchy kiss I miss. Way up in the sky. Whoa, when I'm walking, baby, whoa, walking down the street. Cross my heart, hope to die. If you leave, you know I'm gonna whoa, baby, yeah. Don't you know I really love you so? Don't you know I never let you go? Way up in the sky. Whoa, when I'm walking, baby, whoa, walking down the street, yeah. Cross my heart and hope to die. If you leave, you know I'm gonna whoa, baby, yeah. Don't you know I really love you so? Don't you know I never let you go? Way up in the sky, 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 way up in the sky.
B-sides here on the... When I change my routine, I mess up. I got like a routine set up here to do this. But there you go. That one there going out to listener Nat Papagallo, July 1960. Those are the Starlights. The Starlights on the Fury label. They're first of three. Way Up in the Sky is the name of the tune. That's Jackie Rue, or Jackie LaRue. Went by both those names, I think, on lead there. And the sad thing for Jackie was that he had an alcohol and a drug problem and was always fighting in order to perform at his best. It was unfortunate that his addiction would eventually be his demise in the early 1970s. But he will always be remembered for really the flip side of this record, a song called Valerie, especially when he starts crying in that record. It is. But anyway, Johnny G here on a Sunday. Let us continue here. And let's fill a request now for listener Cody Bailey in our our YouTube chat room, as I like both sides of this 45. Came out on Buddy Caldwell's Len Records out of Philadelphia. Now, the artist, his name is Herb Johnson. Now, he was originally from North Carolina, but he was raised in Philadelphia. And this is the uncredited group backing him up on this. They're not mentioned on the label. They're called the Cruisers. Now, this record did chart number 94 on WIBG out of Philadelphia from January 1960, going out to Cody Bailey in our YouTube chat room. Here is Herb Johnson on Len Records, and the song is called Guilty. Here you go, Cody, for you.
I am guilty. Everybody knows. My friends keep reminding me that they told me so. Soon we will be parted. I'll be the guilty one. Dearest, my darling, I apologize. So sorry, my darling, I never realized how much I was hurting you until you told me we were through. Yes, yes, I'm guilty. I must take the stand. You are the judge. I must obey your command. I know I'm guilty for all I have done. You were right. I'm in the wrong. It's all over. And the case is closed. It wasn't in the papers, but everybody knows I was found guilty, and my punishment was losing you.
Yeah, great ballad there. That one there by request for Cody Bailey in our YouTube chat room, January 1960 release. That is Herb Johnson and the Uncredited Cruisers on Buddy Caldwell's Len Records out of Philadelphia. Guilty is the name of the tune. I know somebody who is guilty, I do, but he would have other releases on V-Tone, Palm, a good one on Palm, Swan, and others. Now, the Cruisers also recorded for Caldwell's V-Tone record label. Let us continue here. We are in the 1960 block, and let's fill a request now for listener John Watcher. Thank you for your email, John, as this group hails from Bell Harbor in Queens, New York. Where is Bell Harbor? Frank Chingaro, I know you know where that is, but this was Kenny Vance's first group. You know, Kenny Vance of the Planetones and Kenny Vance of Jay and the Americans. You know, he was a member of Jay and the Americans, but he also recorded prior to that. And he formed this group at age 15 with Sandy Yaguda, a.k.a. Sandy Dean, and Seidel Sherman. And this was recorded on Stan Fieldman's Ivy label. I don't think that's the right name, Charlene. Ivy Records, like the Ivy label that the Unique Teens were on, possibly. I don't think that's the guy. Maybe it is. I don't know. But anyway, and the master was purchased in 1960 by Jarrow International Records. And this tune co-written by Sandy Yaguda. And the lead singer on this is Seidel Sherman. And this is from March of 1960. Here are the Harbor Lights. The Harbor Lights on Jarrow International, going out to John Watchler. And the song is called Is That Too Much to Ask? Here you go. The Harbor Lights for you, John. Okay, there you go. That one there by request for John Watchter. Said that right, John. If I messed that up, I apologize. But those are the Harbor Lights. The Harbor Lights from March of 1960 on Jarrow International. Is That Too Much to Ask? Is the name of the tune. Is that too much to ask to subscribe to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show and give me a thumbs up? Click that bell so you get all notifications when Johnny G goes live as we continue here. And we are in the 1960 block. Let's fill a request now for listener Paul Michelle. Now, this next group is out of Franklin, Tennessee. They had 2 releases on Randy Wood's Dot record label. This was their first. Now, the lead singer of the group, his name was Robert Peebles. Okay, Robert Peebles. Of course, he would go on to have success in 1967 on the Rising Suns record label with a song called Everlasting Love as Robert Knight. But prior to that, he was the lead singer of this group called the Paramounts. And this was actually a tune. This was a song done originally back in 1957 by Al Banks and the Turbans on the Herald record label. But let's give a listen to this rendition from December of 1960. Here are the Paramounts on Dot and their rendition of the tune, Congratulations. Here you go, Paul, for you, the Paramounts.
Congratulations on your new love affair. Congratulations on your new love else I do. Whoa, whoa, congratulations, though it's almost too late. You said you'd be faithful, but you just couldn't wait. And I hope he loves you as much as I do. Congratulations to you. Whoa, our love couldn't last, but I have no regret, for I cared too much, and you cared much less. But darling, though you're gone, you're still my pet. That's why I never can forget. Whoa, whoa. And I love those moments with those fading memories. And I prayed to heaven down on my bended knees that you be faithful and you'll always be true. Congratulations to you. And I love those moments with those fading memories. And I prayed to heaven down on my bended knees that you be faithful and you'll always be true. Congratulations to you.
There you go. That one there going out to listener Paul Michel. That is the sound of the Paramounts, December 1960. That's their first of two for Randy Wood's Dot record label, covering the Turbans tune. Congratulations. That is Robert Peebles on lead, and I played him last week, I think for Bob Cruz, I think, on Jax, J-A-X, This Little Light of Mine, I think, was the song. Of course, he would later record as Robert Knight, a big hit with Everlasting Love. You'll hear that on my Wednesday night show. Excuse me. I will be back on Wednesday at 9 p.m. right here on YouTube, also live on Oldies and More Radio with Soul 45s out of my collection. So if you have a soul request, send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Have to apologize to Edmund Williams. Mark Speck asking me for too many flip sides. I can't play 4 flip sides for listeners when I have a whole bunch of requests to get to. And sometimes I'm just lucky to get one on that show. I'm going to run into predicaments for that show. I might have to do 2 shows of the 60s, too. Johnny will be on 7 days a week. But anyway, let us continue here. And we are in the 1960 block. Is this the last record? Oh, no, I still got one more. Harptones after this. But this is a request for listener Ronnie Sherman. And this group had 10 releases on Cub Records, a subsidiary of MGM Records. Prior to that, they recorded for Savoy, I think, initially, and they were known as the Wanderers, or the Singing Wanderers, I think, on Decca also. But they ended up on Cub Records. This was their 6th release on Cub. And let's see, it features the great Ray Pollard on lead. Such a great singer, Ray Pollard, from September 1960 for Ronnie Sherman. Here are the Wanderers with I Need You More. Here you go, Ronnie, for you. The Wanderers, Ray Pollard on lead.
Roses that bloom in May need the rain to grow. Do stars hiding from the day need the night to glow? Do I need these 2 eyes to look at the face
I need them, but I need you more. Do robins that come to nest need the friendly trees? Do rivers that never rest need the waiting sea? Do I need my very next heartbeat like the one just before? Do I need it? Yes, I need it, but I need you more. Do robins that come to nest need the friendly trees? Do rivers that never rest need the waiting sea? Do I need my very next heartbeat like the one just before? Do I need it? Yes, I need it, but I need you more. I need you more. I need you more.
That one there by request for Ronnie Sherman. That is Ray Pollard and the Wanderers on the Cub record label. That is their 6th of 10 for Cub Records from September of 1960. I Need You More is the name of the tune. Johnny G here on a Sunday as we continue here. Hope you're liking on the tunes here. Johnny G's additions or extra bonus records here that I've been adding to the program. But let us continue one more from the year 1960. And we fill a request for Davy Hecht. And, of course, he requested the Harptones, Willie Winfield and the Harptones. Now, when the Harptones broke up, okay, a year went by before before label owner Morty Kraft would contact them, and they would start up again. Willie Winfield wanted to put together a new group, and that was in 1959. He convinced Willie to come out of retirement, or I don't think he was in retirement, just started singing again because he wasn't done, that was for sure. And so the Harptones were resurrected. They had, the result were, was it 3 or 2? Charlene's got 3 releases on Morty Kraft's Warwick record label. This was their third. Again, and with Willie Winfield on lead. This is from May of 1960. Here are the Harptones on Warwick going out to Davy Hecht. The song is called No Greater Miracle. Here you go, Davy, for you, the Harptones.
When winter turns to spring, a wondrous miracle, so rare. But there's no greater miracle, no greater miracle than the love we share. There's no one can explain why sunshine follows rain, or just what makes the world
Yeah, it's a nice tune. I haven't played that record in a long, long time. That one there going out to listener Davy Heck, May 1960. That is Willie Winfield and the Harptones. That's on a styrene. You know how Johnny G feels about styrene 45s. They are not my favorite kind of vinyl. I'll tell you that much. But No Greater Miracle is the name of the tune, a great tune by the Harptones. Let us continue now. Let's move into 1961 and fill a request for UK listener Indrajit Advani, and he wants to send this one out. He wants to dedicate this tune to all the Vinyltreasure show listeners, and I feature this gal quite often here on the 50s edition and early 60s edition of the Vinyltreasure show. Even on the Soul edition, I've been playing her records on Brunswick. Right? Brunswick, I think, yeah. And her name is Dolores Evans. Of course, you know her as Lavern Baker. And this is her 27th release on the Atlantic record label. This is produced by Phil Spector, too, by the way, from September of 1961. This is like one of her kind of, I guess we'll call it an in-demand record, one of her more of her pricey records, at least that are on Atlantic, because you can find a lot of her records, and she had a lot of hits too, and middle of the road hits, so they are available on the Atlantic. But this one is like an in-demand one from September of 1961 by request for Indrajit Advani. Here is Lavern Baker dedicating it to all you listeners to the Vinyltreasure show. The song is called Voodoo. This is on Atlantic Records. Here you go, Indrajit, for you.
I thought I was a snake, I started crawling on the ground. Thought I was a dog, I started barking like a hound. Thought I was a coyote hauling at the moon, stumbling and a fumbling like a flip-minded goon. He done a voodoo-doo-doo me. He done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Hey, just about as mixed up as a gal can be. He done a voodoo-doo me. If he couldn't have me all for himself, I wouldn't be any good for nobody else. I kinda think he meant every word he said. Sprinkle iggly oogly all under my bed. He done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Oh, he done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Just about as mixed up as a gal can be. He done a voodoo me. Well, he took a little box from out of nowhere, the tube of a box and a little hunk of hair. He had a leopard spot and a neck of giraffe. He had a zebra stripe and a hyena's laugh. He done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Oh, he done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Woo! Just about as mixed up as a gal can be. He done a voodoo-doo-doo me. He done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Hey, he done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Ha 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 ha. Just about as mixed up as a gal can be. He done a voodoo-doo me.
There you go. That's going to get your hips dislocated if you're going to dance that one there. That one there by request for UK listener Indrajit Advani, sending it out to all the Vinyltreasure show listeners on a Sunday evening. That is Lavern Baker, September 1961. On the Atlantic record label. Voodoo is the name of the tune. And we continue here for a Saturday evening. Here is a bonus track that Johnny G added to the mix here as we go to Johnny Otis's Eldo record label. You know what the big hit was on this Eldo record label? It was by a group called the Safaris. Yeah, it was called Image of a Girl, which is a cool record, I think, from 1960. It's the same label, but this group is out of Los Angeles, California. Now, initially, they recorded as the Tangents on the Fresh record label. That's a great tune. It's called I Can't Live Alone. It says along here, Charlene. It's alone. I don't think it's along. Okay, the group included brothers Leonard and Howard Hoganes, okay, Willie Marshall, Herman Robinson, and Billy Thedford. Okay, collectively they were known as the Twilighters, and here's the release. It's a great two-sided 45 on Johnny Otis's Eldo label from June 61. Here are the Twilighters with a song called Nothing. Here we go.
Nothing, 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 baby, absolutely nothing, 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 nothing will never stop me from loving you. Absolutely nothing, whoa, 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 nothing, 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 honey, positively nothing, 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 nothing has ever thrilled me like kissing you, like kissing you. Forever I'll need you, forever I want you, and never and never and never will I ever, ever, ever let you go. Never let you go. Nothing, 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 nothing. Baby, no, no, nothing, 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 nothing will ever part us, and heaven will be mine. Absolutely nothing, no, 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 nothing, 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 nothing at all.
Okay, folks, Sounds of California here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Johnny G giving you a little bit of extras here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. If you like those extras, let Johnny G know. Somebody said they liked the extras that I kind of add on to the program here, but there you go. The Sound of California, the Twilighters there from June 1961 on Johnny Otis's Eldo Records, a song entitled Nothing. We got lots here. It's not that we don't have nothing. We got lots of cool tunes. I hope you're digging on the tunes. Give me a thumbs up if you are enjoying the program here. Let us continue now in 1961. John Engstrom, it's getting harder and harder for me to find records for you. Now, I'm going to tell you, I told you that I found 2 records for you, okay, but I could not play them, John. I'm not going to play them. Okay, one of them was this record, okay, that I told you I found. Okay, it was on the Town label. This is the record, John, but I'm not going to play it because I just can't play it. It's called Then I'll Stop Loving You. It's the voice of Jeannie and Jay. Now, you don't need the flip side, which is probably, it's better. It's by Jay Ritter. It's called Joe Baby. So I can't play this side because I don't want to scare my listeners away. And the other record that I found, okay, that I told you possibly, I think I was talking to Frank Chingaro about this record. You have to be careful. There are some great R&B records on the Crown label, but not this one. Okay, it looks interesting when it says the Jones Boys, but it's not. It is, I don't know. It's I don't know how to say it. It's like early style 40s type, but it just wouldn't fit the program. But I looked and looked today. I had a little bit of extra time, and I did find one, okay, which is this one that we have on the turntable now. So, because I do have others that John needs, but I just can't play them on the air. They're just, and the reason why that they're not around is because they're not really great records, okay? But anyway, this one's okay. I had it in the, I don't know where I got it, but anyway, this is, it's on a label called Inez, I-N-E-Z, which is out of Ridley Park, Pennsylvania, okay? And this singer's name is Johnny Parr. Now, this label is owned by him and his wife, Inez. So I guess that's why they called it the I-Nez label. And I think he has another single where his name is spelled with a Y, Johnnny, Johnny Parr, which is on Lawn, which I did see in the box too, by the way. And another one on Roulette. Okay, but this is from August of 1961. There is a group on this, too, and the flip side is not bad also. So, John, I got a record for you for this week and for next week. It'll be on the Sunday show. Johnny Parr is his name. This is on Inez Records, and it's called Dancing, parentheses, Let's Walk the Floor. Here you go, John, for you, Johnny Parr.
I met her at a dance. She was sitting all alone. So I said, let's walk the floor. Come from pretty baby, get up. Oh, what do you think I paid my money for? Well, and while we were dancing, she took me by surprise. I knew there was no way out. When I looked into her eyes, I know that we'll go out and get married, and we'll be dancing for all eternity. Dancing, yes, we'll be dancing, dancing forever and a day. Dancing, yes, we'll be dancing. So please believe me when I say, oh, that while we were dancing, she took me by surprise. I knew there was no way out. When I looked into her eyes, I know that we'll go out and get married, and we'll be dancing for all eternity. While we were dancing, she took me by surprise. I knew there was no way out. When I looked into her eyes, I know that we'll go out and get married, and we'll be dancing for all eternity. Yes, we'll be dancing for all eternity. Oh, we'll be dancing for all eternity. Come on.
There you go. That one there going out to a listener, John Engstrom. That is the sound of Johnny Parr and a group. That was on the Inez record label from August 61. Dancing, parentheses, Let's Walk the Floor is the name of the tune. The flip side's not bad either. At least there's a group in that one. When I was listening to these other things, it's like I cannot play. I just can't do it. You know, John, some of those songs in that book shouldn't be in that book. Okay, if you want it to be like a pop book, that's a different story. So when I get requests from listeners that don't know the songs, they've never heard them before, and I do have them. There's a lot on his list that I won't play because they're too popish. It just doesn't fit the format of the show. So I'm not going to do that. Okay, that just so you know. Okay, but anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Let's fill a request now for Tim Doyle in Altoona, Pennsylvania, as this next singer, he is also out of Philadelphia. Now, he was the bass player for Dickie Do and the Don'ts, and he embarked on a singing career. His name, Joseph E. Sauceris, okay, and had his very first single in 1961 on Morris Levy's Roulette record label as Joey Paige, okay? And this tune first done back in August of 1951 by Arthur Prysock on the Decca record label. And let's give a listen to this version, although this was a hit version for Bobby Vinton in 1963. Bobby Vinton had a big hit with this tune. Okay, of course, we all know it as done by the Drifters, right? Yeah, no, The Clovers. Right? Did I say it right? Did the Clovers do Blue Velvet? Who did it? The Clovers or the Drifters? I'm telling you, I am brain dead today. Blue Velvet, the Clovers. Of course, Johnny G, you're going nuts. I'm telling you, I'm second guessing everything that I see on my papers here, so it makes me paranoid. From June 1961, let's give a listen to Joey Paige and group on the Roulette record label, and his rendition of the tune Clovers. I had it right. Blue Velvet. Here you go. Tim Doyle for you, Joey Paige.
She wore blue velvet, bluer than velvet was the night, softer than satin was the light from the stars. She wore blue
There you go. That one there going out to I lost my place again. Tim Doyle in Altoona, Pennsylvania. That is Joey Paige and a group backing him up on that. June 1961 on the Roulette record label. His rendition of the tune Blue Velvet. Pretty nice. A ballad there by Joey Paige. Let us continue now. And this record could probably qualify as a Collector's Corner record. I think I used this as a Collector's Corner record a few weeks ago. And I played it on the, actually, because this is for Charlene. Do you have it here? I think it's for Elliot. No, she doesn't have. Hold on a second. Do you have who it's for, Charlene, here? You don't. She does not. Hold on a second. Elliot Weiss. Okay. This is a request for Elliot Weiss. Now, you requested the flip side of this, which I played not too long ago. Okay, I played it on the January 24th, 2026. The side I played was called If I Could Hold Your Hand. And it was the Collector Corner record of the week. Okay, this group recorded for Paul Winley's Cyclone Records out of New York City. Now, the lead singer of the group is, he was the baritone of the New Yorkers 5 that recorded back in 1955 on the Denise record label. And he formed this Calendars group. His name is Shelley DuPont, okay? And let me see. This is the intended A side of the 45, okay? that he wrote, okay, with John Clark. Of course, he would later record as Shelley DuPont and the Calendars back in 1965 on the Tribune record label, which I don't know if I played it here, but I have that record. But this is from July 61. This is by request for Elliot Weiss, the Calendars on Cyclone. This is the A side. I rarely play this side. It's called What Are You Gonna Be? Here you go, Elliot, for you, the Calendars.
When I was only 3, my father said to me,
Boom, boom, boom.
what are you gonna be when you grow up?
Boom, 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 boom.
What are you gonna be when you grow up? Yeah, rich man, poor man, bigger man, and kid, doctor, lawyer, in the end, chief. Makes no difference who you are when you wish upon a star. I wanna know. Yes, son, I wanna know. Yeah, I said I come a little boy, sit on daddy's knee. I want you to give your full attention to me. You're only 3. But now let's see. Woo! What are you gonna be when you grow up?
I'm gonna be an engineer
And be like Casey Jones.
no matter how hard you try.
You must work to win your prize. Son, I wanna know. Yeah, well, I said, son, I wanna know. Yeah, well, I said, come a little boy, sit on daddy's knee. I want you to give your full attention to me. You're only 3. But now let's see. Woo! What are you gonna be when you grow up? You might wanna be an engineer.
And be like Casey Jones.
No matter who you idolize,
Well, you must work to win your prize.
Son, I wanna know. Yes, son, don't you tell me now. Yeah, well, I said, son, I want you to know. Oh, yeah, son, I wanna know. My son, wanna know.
There you go. That one there going out to a listener, Elliot Weiss. That is the sound of the Calendars. Calendars there from July 1961. What Are You Gonna Be is the name of the tune. That's on the Cyclone record label. That is with Shelley DuPont on lead. That's a very rare record for whatever reason it is. I don't know. But I bought this copy from George Lavatelli, and I won it in a eBay auction. So it was the so if you check Pop Psych, mine was the the second most expensive, not the first most expensive, the second most expensive on that 45. Anyway, there you go for Elliot Weiss, the Calendars. As we continue here, we are in 1961. Let's fill a request now for listener Bill Obe. Didn't get a chance to call you, Bill. We got to tie down a date for your appearance here on the Vinyltreasure show. I know he has it complete here. We got to talk about it. Didn't get a chance to call you today. But last week I featured this group from Youngstown, Ohio, their second release on Tony March's Tammy record label called My Guardian Angel. And it featured Virginia Greer on lead. She's also doing lead on their debut single, okay, from August of 1961. This is their first of 2 on the Tammy label. Instrumentation is by Larry and the Lads. Here are the Marvels. The Marvels on Tammy, going out to Bill Obe. It's called Somewhere in Life from August 61. Here you go, Bill, for you, the Marvels.
Somewhere in life, somewhere in this world, somewhere you're far, so find your love somewhere in life. You'll find the one you love somewhere. That someone that you've been dreaming of somewhere in life, somewhere in this world. You'll find that it's true.
Well, they like that one there in the YouTube chat room. That one there going out to Bill Olb in New Jersey. The Sound of the Marvels. Female lead, Virginia Greer. She's on lead there, August 1961. This great group out of Youngstown, Ohio. It's on Tony March's Tammy Records. It's called Somewhere in Life. Now, you can get if you can't find the original on this, there's like a reissue. It might be out of Pittsburgh. I think Bishop Records is the label. I think I first bought that from Joel Scherzer. He didn't have an original on this because this isn't an easy record to find either. Okay, and as is the other one, not easy to find that I played the week before. But anyway, let us continue here. I didn't have any requests from the year 1962, so I added 2 extras to the program. So you can tell me what you think about this. And I like this one here. It's like a cool teener tune with a group, I get. Well, it's got like doo-wop-ish elements, okay? And both sides are pretty good. And this singer hails from York, Maine, okay? And this is the first press on this. This came out on a label called Knick Knack Records. It would get picked up by Reprise. Frank Sinatra's Reprise record label will pick it up for national distribution, and his name is Freddie Dame, okay, is his name, and he has releases in the 1960s, I think on Heritage, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it is, but anyway, this is from February of 1962. This is a bonus track on the Knick Knack label, Freddie Dame with Bobby's Trailers. It's called Love is a Game. Here you go, Freddie Dame.
story, and these are the rules of. This is the story, and these are the rules of. This is the story, and these are the rules of. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's a bonus track there from February 62. That's Freddie Dame with Bobby's Trailers on the Knick-Knack record label, song entitled Love is a Game. Yes, it is. I'd say Love is a Game. Here's another bonus track that I picked from the year 1962 as we go back out to California, this time to Ruth Conte's Chattahoochee record label. That's a cool name, Chattahoochee Records. Nice to say that. Now, this 45, interestingly enough, produced by Skip Batten and Kim Fowley. You know those two guys? Skip was half of the duo of Skip and Flip. Had a big hit from 1959 called It Was I on the Brent label, a great 45 that my aunt used to play for Johnny G. And these guys were producing in the early 1960s, and this is a great group sound that they did. The group is called The Calendars, not the Calendars you heard earlier on the Cyclone record label. A 45 that Greg Surik turned me on to. A bonus track from August of 62, The Calendars on Chattahoochee. It's called You Don't Fall in Love. Here you go, The Calendars.
Just die for love when you find what you're dreaming in this lonely world here without a girl. Says you just don't fall in love when you meet your love. Hello, my love. Here's a heart for you to take care of. With your arms, take care. But dear, please beware, 'cause you just don't fall in love. Love is a miracle, yeah, sent from heaven above. You can almost reach that love, but you just don't fall in love. No one can tell me who holds my heart or what I am dreaming of. With your eyes, please watch over me, 'cause you just don't fall in love. No, you don't fall in love. You don't fall in love. You don't fall in love. Fall in love.
Yes, sounds of John G getting choked up with these ballads. Sounds of California here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That's a great record. Only thing wrong with it is it's styrene. You know, there are some vinyl Chattahoochees, but I don't know about that one by the Calendars. August 1962, Chattahoochee Records, You Don't Fall in Love. They would have another release also, which I do have in the collection on the Swingin' label. Came out in 1963. You like these bonus tracks? by Johnny G here. I still got a couple more I think I added to the mix here, but let us continue. We are moving into 1963 now. Let's fill a request for Jim Lampley in Texas. This group hails from South Philadelphia, and the group included Jimmy Avanci. He was first tenor. Larry D'Angelo was second tenor. Kenny Cubicati was the baritone, Billy Hebert the bass, and the lead singer on this, his name is Sammy Rozzi, and he was known as Little Sammy Rozzi on this release, and they are doing a cover of Over the Rainbow. Now, this was first release on the Jaslyn label, which I do have. I thought this was the rare one, though, which is why I played this one. Which one is more expensive in the Kreider book, Reed, or anyone else that's got or Arch, if you got the yellow Kreider book, check out the Pelham. This is on Pelham Records, Pelham, and then it's on a label called Jaclyn, because I have both of them. Now, Charlene has the Jaslyn is 1962, and it was known as Little Sammy and the Tone, so maybe that's the first press. It says shortly after the group broke up, I don't know what happened there. And it was getting, I said the group broke up. It was getting minor play, and Artie Ritt of Pelham Records out of Mount Vernon, I guess that's Mount Vernon. You have a YT. Is that Vermont, Charlene? What is YT? I don't know, reissued it. So anyway, I thought this was the more expensive one. Maybe I was wrong, because I do have it the other way. But it's Little Sammy Rozzi and the Guys on this side here, 1963. This is an RCA press. It's machine stamped on Pelham Records. And let's give a listen to their rendition of Over the Rainbow. This is going out to Jim Lampley in Texas. Here you go. So there you go. That one there going out to a listener, Jim Lampley in Texas. They like that tune there. It's a cool up-tempo rendition of Over the Rainbow on the Pelham label, as done by Little Sammy Rozzi and the Guys from 1963, Over the Rainbow. So I don't know why this record is... Well, I knew when Zurich sold this to me a while back. I didn't play as much as they're telling me that the price is there. I think he charged me $150 for the record. It's a nice mint copy of it. The other one I picked up many, many years ago on the cheap. They say it's $30, so I don't know what the deal is with that. But anyway, they are the same two records. I don't know if 45 Cat has them linked, Reed. You might want to do that. But anyway, here is a bonus track here that I added because I really like this record. Okay, and we go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now, you all know this group. I have been featuring, I think I played Blue Moon and Goodbye to Love a couple weeks ago. Their debut single on the Colpix record label. Of course, they had 2 national hits in 1961. Their debut single for Colpix, I mentioned it, Blue Moon. And the other went to number 7, another great tune called Heartaches, which I think I played here on the program for somebody that requested it. And my aunt purchased those records back in 1961, but they had 13 releases for the Colpix record label, and this is their 12th release. They recorded this on April 16th, 1962, but it was released in May of 63 as a B-side to I Wanna Be the Leader, was the push side, which is pretty cool up-tempo record also. But this is the B-side. Here it features Cornelius Harp on lead. It's the great sound of the Marcels from May 63 on Colpix. It's called Give Me Back Your Love. Here are the Marcels.
Give me back your love. Give me back your love. Your kiss was a magic carpet that took me on a thrilling ride. In your arms, I've reached the gates of heaven. Then your love, yes, your love, took me inside. But oh, my darling, when you left, all my wonders disappeared. Now I'm so all alone with no love of my own. Where are you tonight? Why did you go? Please come back. Give me back your love. Give me back your love. Let's fly back to that wonderland above. To that wonderland above. Come on, baby. Give me back your love. Give me back your love. Give me back your love. Just can't stand it. How could you ever be so cruel to me? 'Cause you swore you'd be true, darling. What can I do to prove to you were meant for me? Please come back. Give me back your love. Give me back your love. Let's fly back to that wonderland above. To that wonderland above. Come on, baby. Give me back your love. Give me back your love. Come on, baby, please. Give me back your love. Please, baby, please. Give me back your love. Give me back your love.
That's a bonus track here on the Vinyltreasure Show. The great sound of the Marcels. That's a B-side there. Larry Neal, you got to flip over your 45s. You should. My aunt taught me that. My Aunt Mary taught me that. May 1963. That is Cornelius Harp on lead. Give Me Back Your Love is the name of the tune. What did I say that was? Their 12th release. Their 12th release on the Colpix label. Great sounds of the Marcels here on a Sunday evening. Johnny G here, spinning my 45s. It is my, third show of the week. I'm deciding if I'm going to be back. Well, I'm going to be back on Wednesday, and then, of course, I'll be back on Saturday and Sunday. I'm debating on the Thursday show because I got to do my taxes. I got to start that, and I got to start pulling some. Barbara wants the file for the 1960s, so I'm working on the 1960s. So get me your requests early. Okay, Adrian Viterbo got me the request early, so thank you, Adrian, for that. But let us continue now. Let's fill a request for David Vilma in our YouTube chat room. We are in the 1963 block. This group hails from the Cambria Heights section of Queens, if I said that right. And they have this alone release on Frank Allen and Michael Orfino's Chelsea label out of New York. Now, the lead singer, his name is Mike Ferrigno, and he was also a co-writer of this tune, along with group member George Cannell, and John Lambert and Joseph Silvestri and Robert Falco. So they were all the group members, Charlene, I take it. March 1963. These are the Fabulars on Chelsea for David Vilma in our YouTube chat room. It's called Lonely Days, Lonely Nights, and not the Bee Gees record. This is the Fabulars. Here you go, David, for you.
Lonely days, lonely days are coming my way. Lonely nights are here to stay. I sit in my room all night long, wondering what I did wrong. Lonely days, lonely nights. I met you at a dance on a Friday night. Fell in love underneath the moonlight. We were having such a good time. Never thought you were handing me a line. Lonely days, lonely nights. I should have listened to my friends that night. They told me not to walk you home and hold you tight. They told me you were just playing a game, and broken hearted was your middle name. Lonely days, lonely nights, lonely days, lonely nights, lonely days, lonely nights are here to stay. I'm just a fool in love with you. Maybe someday I will capture you. Until that day you come my way. Lonely nights are here to stay. Lonely days, lonely nights are here to stay.
That one there going out to a David Vilma in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Fabulars. The Fabulars on the Chelsea record label, March 1963 release. Lonely Days, Lonely Nights is the name of the tune. That's a cool tune. No more lonely nights here when you tune in to Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure Show. Thank you all for being here. As we start to wind down here on the program, let's move into 1964 now. Now, I don't have many Jamaican 45s in my collection, but I think I did buy some. If I'm able to go through the box, and I bought this from Barry Saltz, I think, sold me this 45. And this is a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. This Jamaican trio, they're from Kingston, Jamaica. They had 8 releases on Byron Lee's BMN label, which is out of Jamaica, of course. And Adrian requested their first. I mean, I wasn't sure when I saw this request. I said, wait a minute. I have something by this group, and I think it's filed, and it was filed. But I don't know if I've ever featured it here. Charlene, did I ever play this on the program? I don't know. Maybe a while ago. The tune written by group members Henry Raleigh Gordon, Nathan Jerry McCarthy, and the lead singer on this, his name, Frederick Nathaniel Hibbert, a.k.a. Toots Hibbert. He's the lead singer. This is from 1964. Let's give a listen to the Maytals, Maytals, the Maytals on the BMN label, their debut single for Adrian Viterbo. The song is called, one word, it's called Daddy. Here you go, Adrian, for you, the Maytals. That one there by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Maytals, Maytals. That is Toots Hibbert on lead. That's on the BMI record label, their first release on BMI, a song entitled Daddy. And let's see here, in 1972 they recorded as Toots and the Maytals and had some big hits and performed on Saturday Night Live back in 2004. Interesting. Wonder if that is on YouTube. Is that on YouTube, that 2004 performance? I don't know. Anyway, let us continue here. 4 more records to go before we sign off here. Let's fill a request now for listener Gary Hendren in Alabama. And this group, it hails from Glen Cove, Long Island. And this one is on Times Square Records. Okay, I don't know why Slim Rose used red, I don't know, not even red, It's like darker orange on orange. It's like so hard to see. My cataracts, I can't see this label. Anyway, but this is from January 1964, and this great group, I think he had a contest on his radio station. Wasn't he asking for names of the group? He had the records recorded by this group, and people were sending in, I think, suggestions for the name of the group, and I ended up picking Time Tones is the name of the group. This features Roger LaRue on lead, and always liked this record. Used to hear it on oldies radio in the early 1970s. From January 64 for Gary Hendren. The Time Tones on the Times Square label. It also came out on Relic. It's called The House Where Lovers Dream. Here you go, Gary, for you, the Time Tones.
Bo, bo, bo.
House where lovers dream, that's where I long to go. House where lovers dream, that's where I long to be. Won't someone tell me where two lovers dream? House where lovers dream, house where lovers dream. How can I find it? Strange as it may seem, I can't deny it. Won't someone tell me where true lovers dream?
Bo, 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 bo.
Is it down in Lonesome Valley, or up on Blueberry Hill? Show me the way where I can find it, the house where lovers dream. House where lovers dream, that's where I long to go. House where lovers dream, that's where I long to be. Won't someone tell me where true lovers dream?
Bo, 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 bo.
House where lovers dream, that's where I long to go. House where lovers dream, that's where I long to be. Won't someone tell me where true lovers dream?
Bo, 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 bo. House where lovers dream, yeah. House where lovers dream, yeah. House where lovers dream, yeah.
As January, January 64 release there by request for Gary Hendren in Alabama, the sound of the Time Tones there. That is Roger LaRue, the lead singer on that one. The House Where Lovers Dream is the name of the tune. 3 more 45s to go. We got one last bonus track here that I added to the program, and this is on Jack LaForge's Regina label. I think it's out of New York City. Can't find any info on this group, though. They are called the Horizons. Okay, the Horizons is from October of 1964, and this is our last bonus track, the Horizons on Regina. It's called Strange, Oh Strange. Here you go, the Horizons.
Where is the love that we both share? Where is the love that we once knew? Where did the feeling go
Yeah, bonus tracks here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there, a late one from October 64. They're called The Horizons. The Horizons on Regina Records. Strange, Oh Strange is the name of the tune. We got two more of the closers. The last two records are requests that we're going to close the show with. First up is one for listener Tommy Albergo. This group is from Philadelphia, PA, and first recording as the Twilights on Red Top Records. What was that, 1960, I think? And then they became Tony and the Twilighters, also on Red Top Records. Or was it Jalen? Maybe I'm forgetting there. But the lead singer, he was known as Tony Moresco. In 1963, they would sign with Mercury Records, and they became Anthony and the Sophomores. And I think I played that song. It was a Gus Gossard opener that he would play all the time, called Play Those Oldies, Mr. DJ. But in 1965, they would sign with ABC Paramount Records for 3 releases. This was their first. And interesting that this side is like the group side, and on Wednesday I'll play the flip. It's like a soulful side. But this was their first of 3, a tune written by Billy Dawn Smith and Bert Keys. And this record first done back in 1960 by Johnny Maestro and the Crests on the Coed record label. But let's give a listen to this rendition from September 65. It's Anthony and the Sophomores. Anthony Moresco on lead on ABC Paramount. This is going out to Tommy Albergo in our YouTube chat room. Their rendition of the tune, G parentheses, But I'd Give the World. Here you go, Tommy, for you, Anthony and the Sophomores.
Desire
There you go. That one there going out to listener Tommy Albergo in our YouTube chat room. That's Sound of Anthony and the Sophomores, September 1965 release on ABC Paramount Records. Their first of three, called G parentheses, But I'd Give the World. And that is Anthony Moresco on lead. It was unfortunate that we lost Anthony. He died on December 19th, 1998 at the young age of 54, complications from diabetes. But we remember him here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That's going to do it for Johnny G on this Sunday evening. I hope you enjoyed all the tunes tonight. And if you do have a request for a future Vinyltreasure show, you can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Plus, been answering lots of questions from my listeners, and that is cool. I will do that if I find the time between the raindrops that I have to do here. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in and participating in the program here with your requests. And I will be back on Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. right here on YouTube and also on Oldies and More Radio. Then maybe on Thursday, but definitely on Saturday and Sunday. So mark your calendars, 9 p.m. till midnight. And we just got it in on time. So it's a lot easier when you end around midnight, you know, at least for me, so I can get to bed early and I can be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, although I was a little bit comatose today. I don't know what it was, but I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Charlene, for all your help. Charlene is my administrative assistant. She's operating out of Texas. Okay, she's not here in the no humidity basement. But anyway, thank you, everybody. We're going to close the show tonight with an instrumental, a request as requested by Chris Perry in our YouTube chat room. Now, this group hails from Los Angeles, California. They were actually a studio group of musicians put together by Lou Bedell, and he was the owner of the Dore record label out in California. And the group included Billy Joe, a.k.a. B.J. Hunter, and the Checkmates. And the Checkmates were Renee Hall on guitar, Red Callender on the bass, Earl Palmer on the drums, Julius Wetchter on the marimba. And this song was based on a TV commercial. Now, every morning, I'm the elected one that makes coffee here in the household. So my mother, I still have her Pyrex percolator pot. And I don't use those Krups cups that a lot of people do. We sometimes grind our own beans, or I buy the ground coffee, and I make it, and I drink coffee. So I get 2 big cups. I think I showed you my cup of coffee, 2 big cups that I have. My mother had, and when my sister's here, she's here, she'll have a cup too. But this was based off of a Maxwell House Coffee TV commercial, the jingle of that commercial. A tune written by Lou Bedell and Ernie Freeman. And this was the group's first of 20, believe it or not, on the Dore record label from December 61 by request for listener Chris Perry. This is Billy Joe and the Checkmates on Dore. It's called Percolator Twist. It's too late for Johnny G to have some coffee, although I would like some. I kind of resort to decaffeinated tea at this late hour. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning into the program this evening. Again, if you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to Johnny G's YouTube channel. Very unusual show. Hopefully I had you entertained, maybe better than the Oscars. But anyway, thank you everybody for being here. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Here you go, Chris, the Percolator Twist for you on the Dore label. So long, everybody.